Hello, welcome once again to the ConCardian team update for the Great Discovery. I am Michael Whitehouse, leader of the team, and a reminder once again, this is an unofficial podcast, so all the opinions and ideas expressed are mine and not the Great Discovery's. They are accurate to the best of my knowledge, as far as I know, today as I record this, February 8th, 2024. So, I'm sure that everyone's on the team because you are dedicated to sharing knowledge with the world and you want to make the world a better place and democratize access to information and change lives. And that's all you're here for. You don't even care about the money. Okay, maybe you care about the money. Maybe you want to know how to get paid. So I'm going to go into that briefly, and that's whole leg system. A lot of people are like, hey, what's this, the right leg and the left leg and the QV and the CV? I'm going to quickly go through all of that, and I have very fancy visuals here to support this. So, I know, super high-tech stuff. Get excited. So, here we have a graphic that is your team. I'll explain a few things. First off, if you're familiar with MLMs, they say upline and downline. We don't like upline and downline because, one, that makes it sound like every other MLM, and two, it sounds like the upline is superior. I'm your upline. I know everything. Now, I joined 3 months before you did. That's why I'm your upline. So, we like to call that success line. And I like to call the people under you your team. Dr. Breakthrough will say your senior success line and junior success line. I think that's ambiguous. So I say success lines of people above you because they're the line, because they're all one in a row. Your success line is above, and your team is people below you, right? Neither one has that judgmental. That's my terminology. We'll see if it catches on. So, how do you get paid? So you have a right leg, left leg. Let's imagine, making up some numbers, you got 5,000 on your right leg, you got 9,000 on your left leg. So at the end of the week, what the system does, it takes 5,000 out of each, puts them down here. You then get your percentage. It's 12% if you're a qualified affiliate, then 14, 16, I believe 18 is the highest it goes. So you get 12% of that number, and that comes to you. The remaining 4,000 on your left leg stays. That's your banked CV. You may see banked CV, so you see like current week CV and banked CV. So that's what's left over. Now, I'm not entirely sure about when things get banked and when they get paid, and so something may go to the bank before it gets paid out. But fundamentally, this is the concept. So you want to be balanced on your right and left legs. Now, it's a little tricky right now when we're not yet to the point where we're doing B2C. We're selling the courses. We're still recruiting. So you could be recruiting someone right now, and all they show up as is I think it's 275 CV for buying the Champion Course Creator course. They don't look like much. And then once we start actively really pushing, once their course gets up on TGD Promoter, suddenly they go out and they sell 1,000 copies of it. So it's difficult to know exactly what your weak and strong leg is. So you can just leave it auto placement. It'll automatically distribute them between right and left. You can also try to strategize. You can, if you bring someone in, you're like, hey, that gal knows 100 people, is probably going to bring in 50 of them. They're going to be big. I'm going to put everyone else on the other side. It's really reading the tea leaves. The best way to keep your legs balanced is just keep adding people and add the new people to the side that is weaker. And weaker is not a judgment. Weaker just means smaller number. It means there's less activity going on there. Now, the other thing to point out is, of course, each one of us has 2 people directly under us. Each of us has 2 directly under us. You like that switch there? That's some really advanced graphics technology. Pause, change, unpause. Anyway, we got 2 under us, and then 2 under them, 2 under them. So all of these could be my people, for example. So I brought in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I bring A and B. Well, the next person's got to go under A or B. And so they'll often be added this way. Some will add just straight down one side. Some will add straight down one side and straight down the other. So the place you want to be, and it doesn't really matter. You are where you are. Don't worry about who's right, left, strong, weak side you're on. Doesn't matter. You have no say in it. It's where you happen to end up. But the place you want to be is on the weak side of a leader who is actively recruiting. Why? Because if this is my setup, I'm not putting anyone else over here. This is my strong side. I'm going to put them over here. So if you're B, then you're going to get the benefit of that. If you're E and F, you might get some of the benefit of that. So think of your success lines adding people to your team as an extra bonus. You don't count on it, but it can happen. There is an interesting reality. If you are a rock star promoter and you're bringing in dozens of people, then your success line will probably not be adding people to your team. Why? Because you're a rock star, you've made your leg the strong leg. That's okay. You're a rock star. Don't hold back. You're going to get so much more out of what you're bringing in than anything that would have been fed to you from above, and it's awesome. So it tends to be a bit of a balancing thing. Now, one very important thing I need to share there is that all of that I just shared on the previous whiteboard with the 2 legs, the dual team bonus, this only applies if you are a qualified affiliate. You need 2 things to be a qualified affiliate. You need 2 personal affiliates signed up under you, and you need to be active, which means 40 QV a month, which is satisfied by being in the Genius Club. So you need both those things. And I believe the 2 affiliates under you need to be active as well. I don't think you just have 2 people pay $30 and then never do anything again. I think they also have to be active. So if you are in a position where there's a whole bunch of people under you, then you're going to want to get at least 2 affiliates under you. They don't have to be super active. They just have to join the Genius Club and hit the affiliate button. That's all you need for that to count. And this isn't something about like, oh, I'm going to drag someone in here who doesn't need it. Who doesn't need some great knowledge? Who won't benefit from the Genius Club? Well, some people won't. They're not going to take the courses. But you probably know 2 people who could benefit from the Genius Club. And if you know 2, you probably know 3. And if you get a 3rd one on the Genius Club, your Genius Club is free. So the system is built to encourage that kind of growth. And it's also built so you can't just luck into a $1,000 a month paycheck. You can't just sign up at the right time in the right place, pay $47 a month, and get a fat paycheck for doing absolutely nothing. You have to do a little bit of work. Not a lot, but you do have to do a little bit to keep that coming. So that's the quick overview. Now, as you may recall, there's 5 levels we get paid at. But the first 2 levels are you get 10% of everything you sell directly, and then you get between 12 and 18% of your dual team bonus. And for most of us, that's where we start. Once you get further, once you have people under you who are getting dual team bonuses, then you will get an override on their dual team bonuses and other things down from there. If you go on thegreatdiscovery.com, there's a button at the top that says affiliates. You click on that, you go to the bottom of that page, and you will find the complete comp plan, which is like 12 pages long, and you will also find the cheat sheet, which summarizes what you need to beat each level for the dual team, whether it's qualified, silver, gold, platinum, and that's what determines if you get 12%, 14, 16, 18%. The comp plan, the full comp plan, it's a in-depth document, but it's actually pretty clear when you read it. You don't need a degree in finance or law to grasp it. It's just, there's 5 separate things. They're all kind of mathematically based. There's some good diagrams. It should be pretty clear if you read through it. But at this point, if you're early on, if you've got 1 or 2 people on your team, don't worry about reading the whole comp plan. Because if you don't get people on your team, it doesn't matter. Now, I will also point out, maybe you're not looking to build a big team. That is totally fine. Maybe you're like, Michael, I am here to put up some courses. I'm going to promote it to a couple people. I'm going to rely on the affiliate network to really promote my course. I'm going to make super awesome courses, great high quality courses. I'm relying on this affiliate network to promote my courses. Totally fine, because you're going to get 30% of everything it sells. And I'm going to get a catch right there, because you may say 30%. That doesn't sound very good. Well, the other 70% is going to everyone who's promoting your course. That's why we have an affiliate network, because of that 70%. And it's 30% of something you didn't do anything for. It's passive. It's a digital product. You don't have to deliver it. You don't have to do anything. It's just right there. You just have to go collect the money periodically. So what I would recommend, though, if that's your focus and you're just doing the course thing, or you're doing both, right? You can do both. If you're not necessarily building your own affiliate team, then this is where a little bit of networking might come in. Because an affiliate, someone who's actively promoting other people's courses, they're looking at, there's over 100 courses in the Great Discovery now. It's going to go to 1,000, 10,000. Figure out who the people are on the Great Discovery who are going to be actively promoting. get active in the Facebook group and the communities, figure out who's really active, schmooze them, get to know them, reach out, have a one-to-one, be like, hey, I just want to share with you my course. I don't know what your audience is like, but if it's a fit, I want to kind of pitch you on promoting my course. I think your audience is going to like it. I'm going to be putting out more Genius Club content. I'm going to be doing some other stuff. I want you to know what I'm doing so you can effectively promote it to your community and we can make money together. That's the strategy. I'll go more into this in detail in future episodes, but that's the strategy if you're just going to be a course creator or if you want to really double down the course creation. Yes, some people will find your course and choose to promote it, but they'll find it better if you find them and encourage them to do so. Just like any other affiliate marketing. Some affiliates will find you, but much better if you're active about it. And that's how you can really do well in that way. And of course, the other thing to keep in mind is you could also get affiliates who aren't on the Great Discovery. Now, if you're using TGD Promoter, then you'll have to convince them to join the Great Discovery and to join TGD Promoter. So that means they're going to be paying $30 to become an affiliate, unless they buy a course, and $35 a month for TGD Promoter. But if you have something highly valuable, you've got a really well-established course lineup, they may say, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make hundreds of thousands of bucks. I'm in, let's do it. Let's see what's going on. So that was in-depth on how the dual team bonus works and a little bit on course creators and all the rest. As always, if you have a question, email me, michael@guywhoknowsaguy.com, or reach out to me on Facebook. If this is YouTube, you can comment on it. You can reach me on Telegram. Text me, 413-218-7946. Send me a carrier pigeon, an owl, whatever it is, however you want to communicate. I'm here for you. Remember, if you are on the ConCardian team, then your success is my success, so I want you to do well. That's what I'm here for. Also, if you got questions, please send them over. I want to know what you want to know, so I can be sure to address that in future episodes. And as always, everything I've just shared is my opinion, my facts to the best of my knowledge, and is not the official message from the Great Discovery or the parent companies or leadership or officers or whatever. Disclaimer, this is my video. So don't blame them for anything I said. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being a part of my team. And let's do awesome things together and maybe change the world a bit and make a few bucks in the process.